Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us for North Dakota Today. I'm Lisa Bedeau here with Chris Berg.
On
Friday Eve.
Yeah, we go.
It still feels like Thursday. One more day to go. Finally Friday tomorrow. It's going to be a Freaky Friday tomorrow. I'm very excited about this. I said that because we have the Trollwood performers in, and their main stage musical is Freaky Friday.
Oh, okay.
So I know you're like, what's going to be freaky about it? Well, we'll find out. If you're not familiar with Disney's Freaky Friday or Trollwood, you got to stick with us because they're at the end of the show today. But of course, if you know Trollwood, it's always worth sticking around for. So
what am I missing? Is Freaky Friday like a famous Broadway play or a movie? Or
it's
what?
a Disney show, I believe. Are you guys? They're giving me the heads up here. So Freaky Friday, it's where I don't want to give it all away. I guess they're going to talk about
music in the background right now while we do our.
I know when we were getting ready for the show, they were playing, and then I don't know. Now they're like, oh, it's the real deal, and so it got quiet in here. So they'll explain. I believe the Freaky Friday is the switching of, the switching of bodies doesn't sound right. And they're going to do a better job, like where the mom becomes the daughter, daughter becomes the mom, correct? Chris is not as up on his Disney shows as,
Those are fun shows, though.
So anyway, yeah, it's a fave, a classic.
Yeah.
So, and they always do such awesome work. So we're going to hear a little bit. We'll hear about the show and when you can go see it. Because there's so many things going on right now. I just almost get, because I have FOMO, bad FOMO. Fear of missing out. So when there's like 10 things going on, my body's like, which thing do I do first? There's so many things going on. It's people who say there's nothing going on in Fargo. They're crazy. There are so many things going on right now.
There's a lot going on. But I mean, I could see the anxiety overtake you right there.
I know, how do I get to every single thing? But Trollwood, there's several performances, so you can catch Trollwood. But we're going to talk about the air show in a moment. But one of my favorite events as well of summer.
Street fair.
The street fair, it's
awesome.
Huge. So many people, so many vendors, like 8 blocks that they cover. And it was raining this morning, so everything was kind of covered up. But, it's looking good out there right now.
Beautiful.
Just have your Valley News Live weather apps, so you kind of know when to go. This is a map showing all of the businesses opening at 10. So we're like, the countdown is on. Less than an hour till you can start shopping. Well, shopping, eating, listening to great music. And North Dakota Today's Abby Furchner gives us a preview.
Well, good morning. It is an event that many in the FM area look forward to every single year, and that is that downtown Fargo Street Fair. We're here on Broadway as vendors are already showing up, getting ready for the fair to start at 10 a.m. As you can see, we have people setting up. There's going to be over 140 different crafters, artists here selling their local stuff. It's always fun to see what they have and shop local. And so, yeah, we have vendors already here bright and early, an hour before it is supposed to open up, setting up and getting ready to go and having all of those people come out and check out and see what they have. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And then this year too, what's new is they're going to have live music. They will have a stage down by the food area. And so we're going to have live music all day on Friday night. It's supposed to be a really big grand slam tomorrow. So you're going to want to come out 10 to 9 today, 10 to 9 on Friday, 10 to 5 on Saturday. There's so many different opportunities to come out and take a look around because, like I said, there's a lot going on. It might be a little overwhelming to all take in one day. And then what's nice again this year too is that they're going to have all the food in one section over on 4th Avenue. So you won't have to walk around and try to find that one special treat you want. Mine's deep fried Oreos. I know that's the first thing that I'm going to run to. But then, of course, I want to talk about the alcohol. They will have open containers available again this year. This is kind of like your golden cup. This is what you're going to want to get if you do want to try some of those breweries. We're going to have 9 breweries here this year to try from. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And like I said, vendors are already here. We're getting ready for that downtown Fargo Street Fair to start here in just a few minutes.
Okay, and let's just take a look at those hours one more time. Abby just said it, but today 10 to 9, Friday 10 to 9, and then Saturday 10 to 5. So the golden, she said like the golden ticket.
The golden ticket.
The golden glass, it's like the golden cup. She's talking about the fact that this is the second year ever. It's been 44 years of the street fair, second year that you can drink alcohol.
I want to hear you break out into song, Widow. The gold solo cup. How does the red solo cup
red.
sound?
It's red solo
Well,
cup.
it was just the gold, so it's the golden cup.
Okay.
It's the golden
Because I was
ticket.
thinking like when she said gold ticket or gold glass, I was thinking the golden ticket from Willy Wonka. You know, like so. I don't know. We're both on different opinions. Gold solo cup.
Yeah.
Bringing out our.
I thought you would like have that
Toby
down
Keith.
pat since you always bust my chops about
On the
not
toe.
knowing any country.
I'm impressed. Yeah, that's a pretty classic country song there. Starting to sing Toby Keith. So you won't have a red solo cup. You'll have that clear solo cup like she was
There
holding.
you go.
But apparently, there was controversy, lots of conversation about that last year. But according to most of the vendors, they're like, yeah, we thought it was great. And this gal, I think we talked to her, she sells some great Bloody Mary mix. So she's like, I want you to buy some beer, drink some beer, and then buy my Bloody Mary mix, have some red beer. And then, the more you drink, the more you buy.
It's so funny because, Fargo's been dubbed, the drunkest city in the country at times, right? And so everyone thought last year, like, oh my gosh, if we have legal alcohol as you're walking around downtown, it's just going to become like this huge frat party. People are going to be doing cake stands. Like, there was none of that. It was all good.
Well, like,
I don't think
who do they think goes to the street fair?
people getting detained. That's what I'm saying. It was
It's
like, wait,
different kind of crowd.
what are we doing here? Like, walk around. There's not going to be any people getting arrested or anything. So I just think it was just so funny. There was so much hoopla and conversation around it. And then we did it and it's like, that was completely anticlimactic.
Completely. So I guess it's happening again. Make sure you bring your ID, and there are certain areas that you can drink and all that. But that, Abby said it can be overwhelming. You should probably go more than one day. It's like a challenge, though. I like to go down there and hit every single, vendor, and there's food, so you can fuel back up. And whether it's alcohol or just that great lemonade, the fresh squeezed lemonade.
They've got, can't even think of it now. The things that they poof up, the little things that they put like all the powdered sugar on. It's almost Friday. My brain's not working.
Like a funnel cake?
Funnel cake.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Yeah, the funnel cakes. I mean, they just have
mini donuts.
The mini donuts.
We had Abby talked to on the Valley today. She talked to Maria from the Santa Lucia, gyros. I was like, all I could think of was that delicious cucumber sauce that they put on those gyros, and I was like, I don't know if anyone's even talking to me right now. I'm just thinking about gyros. So there's so many things to do. I love it. And I said I was going to bring this up again because you were live out of the Jet Center yesterday.
Yes.
Getting ready for the air show.
And it's going to be a great show. And again, I want to remind people, like, you think you might see it from, the bridge or whatnot, but you got to go down there. There's a bunch of it shows here, not even just, performers up in the air, but performers on the ground too, because in between the air pieces, there's, things you can go on and do there. So this Saturday and Sunday, I think he said the doors open at 9, show kicks off at 10 or 11, I believe, but just go to airshow.com, get some ticks, and go enjoy. It's so fun to see. Is that you from your?
I think I did.
Oh, that's not you.
Well, yeah, my muscles are way bigger than that guy's. Clearly, that wasn't me.
I thought that was you on your ride.
So this is the Thunderbirds are here this year. So last year it was the Blue Angels, and I did yesterday show my story again from when I got to ride with the Blue Angels. But I know today, and I'm not sure which lucky reporter gets to do it, but they're going to have kind of a meet and greet media time with the Thunderbirds pilots.
Oh,
so they'll get to
nice.
visit with them today, and they're amazing too. They're kind of the featured act, but like you said, there are so many different things going on at the air show. My kids love the air show, so
it's so fun.
We're all treated to a little bit, even while they're practicing and stuff in the area. But you're right, you don't get the full show.
Yeah.
If you just watch from 19th Avenue, you really need to go to the show. So
I took it as a sign from the guy upstairs that it was raining and he couldn't get here to the plane, and Mr. Shin was like, hey man, if you want to come down at 2:30, we got a spot for you. I was like, you know what? First, I couldn't make it work, but second, I was like, I'm going to take this as a message from God that maybe it's a good idea for me.
Because
not
you were supposed to go
this
up in
plane.
the acrobatic plane, right?
At 10 a.m. Yes, yeah, at 10 a.m. But like he was stuck in Minneapolis due to, obviously we had the
The
storms
weather,
yesterday.
yeah,
right.
bad weather. But it looks like, hopefully this weekend we'll get some breaks in the weather and be able to. So I don't know. I talked. I did throw up when I was up in the jet with the Blue Angels. But I was wondering, if you would have gone on the aerobatic. I wonder if they would have, or acrobatic, if they would have told you what to eat. Did you just eat
They
bananas
didn't,
yesterday or anything, just in case?
No, and he even when I talked to him about it, I was like, look, man, I got to tell you, I'm excited, but I'm a little bit nervous. He said, it's not what you think, Chris. They're not going to try to make you throw up. Like if you tell him, hey, I'm good, he'll kind of light up a little bit. If you say you want more, he'll go a little bit more crazy. And so it probably would have been a pretty tame, but I don't know. I'm one of those guys. I just feel like, okay, I got the message. I'm not going to go. He's not here. I'm
You're
good.
always looking for that sign, and
Exactly.
the sign was maybe not this year. All right, well, we'll see. I don't know if anybody else is doing any rides with the Axe, but visiting with the Thunderbirds would be kind of cool
It'd
this
be
afternoon
fantastic.
as well. So that's Saturday and Sunday. You can find more information by going to our website as well.
It was
Today-
so great. 'Cause, sorry to interrupt you, but Mike Haugen was there yesterday, and he flies a lot, or did, right? He's a gentleman we had on the show yesterday, and he talked about how he was in some of the debriefing meetings with the Blue Angels when you were here or when you rode with them, and I'm like, what are the Blue Angels talking about in a debrief? Like, hey, great job. He's like, no, like they'll be in there going, hey, I missed this. I had a little bit too much G-force here. I'm like, it's amazing because you watch the show and you think, oh my gosh, these guys, that was 10 out of 10, right? That there was nothing missing. They got everything nailed. He's like, no. They go back in the debrief meetings and there's little things that they're talking about. Sometimes he says they bump into each other. I mean, you're going 600
What?
miles an hour. Yes. He's
But
like,
they are super close. I have heard they're super
they call
close
it
in the-
rubbing the paint. And so he's like, yeah, sometimes it's 600 miles an hour. These guys are, and they'll, kind of bump into each other and quote unquote rub the paint. I'm like, oh my gosh, man, I would just,
That's
I don't know
terrifying.
why. You're what, 20,000 or whatever feet in the air and rubbing the paint at 600 miles an hour?
Those guys are
Gosh,
amazing.
that gives me anxiety.
I know. I was thinking just the short ride, the pressure it puts on your body. I was like talking about how you have to like really, flex your legs and squeeze to keep the blood up in your head because they don't wear any special suits or anything or compression pants. I don't know what they would wear, but I wear compression pants. But that's just Spanx. But but they have to do something to make themselves not. Oh, I don't know. It's amazing.
It
I would
is
imagine
amazing.
the Thunderbirds are going to put on an amazing show too. But I've always kind of been obsessed with the Blue Angels and flying. Back when I was a little girl, I thought I was going to be a pilot, but
Did you really?
ended up in TV. So
But you got to go fly, so.
I got to go fly.
It kinda
Once in a
worked out.
lifetime opportunity. Super.
What made you
super
think you
fun.
were going to be a pilot?
I think because we always went to the Northern Neighbors Days, which was an air show at the Minot Air Force Base. So we grew up with that. It was more of like a military thing because my dad was, a veteran. So we would go and see all that, and I just thought that's what you wanted to do when you got big.
Were you going to fly choppers or what?
No, just jets, just really fast jets. I didn't put that much thought into it.
Oh, okay.
I never, I didn't go into it didn't.
Did you consider like going into the Air
No,
Force?
I didn't. I was so young because I didn't really even understand. But I did have pictures of Blue Angels on my wall when I was a kid and stuff. But
Because I would have loved to seen you in the barracks, with one of the colonels coming in. Bro, get your bed right. Yes, sir.
You have to keep your mouth shut when you're in there. That would have been a rude awakening for me. I would not have done well in the military for sure.
That
would have
would
probably
have
got
been
in trouble.
fantastic.
All right, we have a great show planned for you today. I already mentioned that we have the Trollwood performers in-house. We're going to be talking Thrifty Thursday, why you should get kids in the kitchen. And coming up next, we're going to be talking about a special memorial toy drive.